So it's the day after, and yesterday's loss doesn't feel any more better than it did yesterday because for the second straight week, the Washington football team found a way to lose a game that they should have won. YouTube, what's going on? It's one guy here with another Washington football team video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here to kind of bash this offense for not scoring more than 20 points on the 32nd ranked defense in the NFL. And also, I'm going to answer the question, does the quarterback position need a change? So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure to go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington football team. Let's get straight into today's video. So, before I get into talking about this offense, I just finished watching Ron Rivera's presser today, and it kind of made me mad. Because it's like Ron Rivera is saying the same thing over and over and over again. He talks a good game, but he coaches a bad game, if that makes sense. Or he's coaching a bad game, because he's not a terrible coach at all. Just right now, he's coaching a bad game. You know, the main thing that really pisses me off about Ron Rivera is because... or rather, it is, he always says, and he just said it today, let's focus on the positives we did. Because everyone wants to talk about the negatives we did. Duh. That's the reason why we lost this game, is the negatives. And Ron, stop trying to focus on the positives and address the negatives. Maybe try that. Stop always trying to say, oh, look at the positives we did. Or I feel like we did really, really good there. You know, it's unfortunate that we couldn't get anything going in the second half, but I felt like we really did do good. I felt like we did good. How did you assess Taylor Heineke's play today? I felt like he had some things that he did well in, and so obviously some things that he needs to perform better in. That he missed a couple plays, but you know, once we look at the tape, we'll find a way. We'll see what he did right and what he did wrong. Did he stay on a progression too long, or did he go through a progression too quick? I hate that, man. Be real, be blunt, and be honest. We played like crap yesterday. Why not just say that? Stop trying to say focus on the positives. That's one thing that I hate about this generation of players and coaches, man. I don't know a single coach, and maybe he does do it, and maybe he just does it, you know, privately. And if he does do it privately and not public, that's good. But I don't know. So I'm just going off of what I see. But I hate these generation of coaches, man, because back in the day, and obviously I wasn't more back in the day, but I could see it from videos and you know, documentaries and highlights. Man, these coaches would get in your butt, man, if you're playing terrible. It's like nowadays, these coaches just it's like, it's whatever. It's whatever. They just say what they want. They just say what the media or what their players want to hear. They don't be real. They don't say, yeah, we play like trash today. We need to be better. We did this. It's always, oh, let's focus on the positives that we did. And your team lost 13-31, and you want to focus on the positives. Obviously, the positives weren't good enough because we didn't win the game. We only scored 13 points against the 32nd ranked defense, the worst defense in the National Football League, and we managed to only score 13 points. The offense as a whole didn't show up yesterday. And yes, the defense, again, they gave up 30-plus points, but they played probably their best game yet. I know last week we said they played their best game yet, but they followed that up with playing an even better game, in my opinion. And that's a good sign because they probably are finally getting back on track. And I'm talking more so for this D-line. You know, the secondary still had their woes, i.e. William Jackson and Landon Collins. Kendall Fuller is still not back on my good side, but he did have a better game yesterday, blowing up some screens. He had a pick, even though I say it's lucky. He was just in the right spot. But, hey, I ain't going to knock a man for making a play. But I felt like the defense is starting to turn it around. Now, that is 2 weeks in a row that they've had good performances, or at least solid performances. Now, let's see if they continue to build off that. If they continue to build off that from, you know, the Packers and then into the bye week after we play the Broncos and then into the bye week, rather, I could see this defense turning around and having a strong second half. Now, we're basically back to what we were last year. Is the defense is starting to pick it up. And now the offense is trash. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy how we can never just have the balance. We can never just be good on both weeks. It's like either one week the offense is really good and the defense is terrible, or next week the defense is really good and the offense is terrible. Like, we can never just show up on the same day. And I swear, if this team could just do that, we'll probably be 4-2, 5-1. Honestly. But again, we're 2-4, as we probably should be, because bad teams find a way to lose games, and we are a bad team. As Ron Rivera said in his presser today, we are what our record says, and right now that says we're trash. If it wasn't for the Giants, we would be in last place of the division right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very unfortunate, man, because a lot of Washington fans had, expectations, and it's not like our expectations were outrageous, because we see as fans this team could win these games. Again, they just make it more hard than what it has to be. I swear football doesn't have to be that hard as they make it, man. It don't. It's literally not rocket science, but for some reason our team make it like it is. So, I want to talk about this offense more. And some of the blame goes to Scott Turner. Again, you guys know I'm a Scott Turner supporter. And the reason why I'm so hard on the guy is because I see the potential there with Scott Turner. Biggest issue that I have with Scott Turner, and it's like I'm a broken record. It's like I'm on replay because I say the same thing each and every week. The biggest thing that I hate with Scott Turner is the situational play calling and him just being so predictable. Case in point. This is the biggest problem I have with Scott Turner. On first down, he throws the ball and it's an incomplete pass, and then on second down, he runs the ball. I literally say in every stream, he follows. I say it. Oh yeah, he's gonna run right here, and what happens? He runs the ball, or he's about to pass right here. He makes it so obvious, man. He has a pattern. I want you guys to follow the game next week. And remember what I tell you going into this Sunday, because you're going to be like, oh yeah, man, Juan is right. It's obvious. I mean, you don't even need me to say that you're right. If you have some type of knowledge, you can see that it's a pattern. Every time he throws the ball early in the game and it's an incomplete pass, and you can say even in the second half, but it's an incomplete pass and it's in the 2nd and 10, he follows it up with a run. Then you get bottled up for maybe a 2-yard, 1-yard gain, and now it's 3rd and long, and you expect Taylor Heineke to pick it up. Not defending Taylor Heineke or anything, but you're putting your quarterback in a long 3rd down instead of, playing it smart. If you want to run the ball, do it on 1st down, and you maybe pick up a yard or 2. Now you have 2 downs to pick up 8 yards or 9 yards or 7 yards or 6 yards instead of having 1 down to pick up those yards because you ran it or you threw it on 1st down and had an incompletion. That's my biggest issue with Scott Turner, is his situational play calling is piss poor. He's so predictable, and it's like he goes away from what's working. We ran the ball efficient yesterday with J.D. McKissick, who was gashing the Kansas City Chiefs defense, and it's like he kind of went away from it. But again, that's not his philosophy. He wants to throw the ball. The play 3rd and 2 with Adam Humphries was just terrible. Terrible ball by Taylor Heineke. Terrible play call by Scott Turner. On 3rd and 2, we need a 1st down. You're throwing behind the sticks. You lose 4 yards, and you had to settle for a 3, which Dustin Hopkins ultimately missed. And now it's 13-10 instead of 16-10. Or, actually throwing the ball above the line of scrimmage to pick up the 1st down. And if you don't, you still have 4th and 2. I'm pretty sure we would have went for it to pick up a 1st down. But again, they played too conservatives, like we weren't playing the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? And Ron Rivera even said that in his presser today, is that he kind of got into, the mode of trusting the defense. And we could settle for 3 because our defense got him. But not knowing it was only a matter of time before the Chiefs got into a groove and we seen what happened. So it's just frustrating, man, because we see it. This team could be 4-2. This team could be 5-1. But we're just not good enough because of the dumb stuff that we do. Penalties, poor play calling, poor personnel. It's just bad, man, because this team could be good. It could be good, and it's not looking good. So to close out the video, after I just harped on the offense because they couldn't score 30 or at least 20 plus points on the 32nd worst defense, which is the worst in all of football. They only scored 13 points, and they scored 0 points in the second half. Yes, you heard that right. They scored 0 points in the second half. After harping on them, I want to talk about the quarterback situation. I'm done with the Heineke experiment. I love what he did in his short time here. I love Heineke as a person. I want him here as a backup, but I'm done with him as a starter. He can't be a starter in this league. He can't be a starter in this league. His arm is so weak. I may be stronger than Taylor Heineke. And again, like everyone is saying, it's not that just his arm is weak. If his arm was weak, but he anticipated well, we will be fine. But he doesn't do that. He presses when you're down by 14. He gets in this habit of not using his legs, but when he does, you see how good he can be. I'm just over Taylor Heineke as a starter. I love the guy. I love what he can do for this team as a backup. If you need him to come into relief for about 3 games, get you a shutout inning or 2, or you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? But he can't be a starter. We see that. So, do the Washington football team need a quarterback change? Because I've been hearing people talk about Kyle Allen. You know, Ryan Fitzpatrick is coming back in a couple weeks. Me, personally, I don't care. Because it's not like we have someone better. I'm not saying Ryan Fitzpatrick would come in here and win us all these games. Because I'm pretty sure he probably would have choked 2 games. I'm not sure that Giants game he takes us back to win. I'm not sure in that Falcons game he takes us down to get the game winning touchdown. But I'm just saying. I'm just posing a question. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, because all the guys we have on this roster are pretty much the same guys. They're a risk-it-all kind of guy, and they're prone to turn over the ball a lot. Kyle Allen, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Taylor Heineke. So it's not like we can go to a guy that's better. We pretty much have 3 of the same kind of quarterbacks here. But I can tell you this. When Ryan Fitzpatrick is healthy, and I'll probably say we'll maybe see him versus the Broncos, but probably after the bye week, because he's out 6 to 8 weeks, so he missed, not counting the Chargers game, because that's where he got hurt in. He missed the Giants game, he missed the Bills game, he missed the Falcons game, he missed the Saints game, and then he missed yesterday's games with the Chiefs. So he missed about 5 games. So next week's game versus the Packers, he could possibly be back for the Broncos game. I highly doubt it, because it was 6 to 8 weeks, and 6 being the best case scenario and 8 being, I guess, like the full length. So we could possibly see him before the Broncos game, or the Broncos game actually, where he can come back. But in my opinion, if I'm a betting man, I say we don't see him to after the bye week. Best case scenario, probably that game versus the Bucks. But even then, still, we don't know how that hip is going to be, man. But honestly, that's my take on it. I don't care what they do at the quarterback position. If they roll with Taylor Heineke, so what? Because, they're all the same quarterbacks again. We don't have no guy that's just that dude. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much have 3 of the same quarterbacks. Now, next year, we got to do something at quarterback. It's obvious. So, yeah, man, it's me and Boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, help to watch the football team. Let that sink in your head that this offense that was coming into this game, I believe the 11th best passing offense, only scored 13 points on the 32nd, which is the worst ranked defense in the NFL. That it's a lot of blame to go around. So I don't want you guys to just blame it all on Scott Turner. I know you guys hate Scott Turner. I don't want you guys to blame it all on Scott Turner. I also don't want you guys to blame it all on Taylor Heineke, because everybody played bad in that game from the offense yesterday. Nobody showed up. Maybe J.D. McKissick. But yeah, man. Like, comment, subscribe, help to watch the football team. Catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.